Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new gays reaction video. Hello everyone, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling, the Lapsang Souchong, the Scalding Hot Assam, the El Grey? What is the tea?
You know I can't stand tea. Why don't you just piss in a bucket while you're at it?
Oh my god, who is this creature from the past?
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, I mean, it's very fitting for today at least. Hello, Callum.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Everyone thinks the worst when they don't see you for a while. Even though, like, I have not said anything on the internet, they think you've died or something.
We did get divorced.
We got divorced. We got dead. Today, we are here to do an old favourite of ours, and you guys seem to always love what we do, is we're going to react to anti-gay videos. These are basically just TikToks, so anti-gay TikToks, and hopefully not get too triggered by the homophobes and transphobes and all the anti-LGBT phobes. Anyway, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. But let's not beat around the bush, Watley, and get on with this TikTok homophobia.
Do you always do that now? Oh no.
Did you know that 1 in 4 high schoolers now identifies as LGBT? Now here's the thing, if we take that to its logical conclusion, that means 25% of the population is designed to not reproduce. If we're being completely honest,
Incorrect.
no one actually
Shall we pick apart the letters in LGBT, you imbecile? What, bisexuals, are they not having children? Are trans people not having children? Moron. Absolute moron.
But there are also many gay people who...
and gay people also.
Who actually still have children. I don't understand.
Incorrect.
But also,
Incorrect.
what's funny is even if it was 25%, that's still 75% of people who are giving birth and having children.
Yeah, and we have all these children without homes.
understand
Like, we don't... I hate this argument. Oh, population. No, we're overpopulated. We've got too many people. Like...
But the question is, when will kids...
And you know what else as well? Like, I know that, like, this person hasn't said anything against migrants, but let's have a look at him, and you know he would. But, like, this kind of person will complain about, oh, we can't possibly fit any more migrants in. We need to, like, stop people coming here. We need to stop the boats. We can't have migrants in our country because we're overpopulated and we're too full. And then we're like, well, okay, well, there's 25% of people are LGBT over here, so that means maybe there's slightly less people having children. And they're like, oh, no!
No!
Like, which is it?
They should be having more!
Which is it?
Who will look after you when you're older?
Honestly.
Who is going to look after you when you're older? Yeah.
finally be fed up with it. Pronouns, gender identity, inclusion, Pride Month, it's pushed non-stop. But for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For instance, according to a recent study, when straight men see pictures of two men kissing, they have the same response that they do when they see pictures of maggots.
No.
Where have you found that information?
Where?
There was no, I love how it was just like, just a little headline. There was no like source link or where it was from. It was just like, we did a survey.
I would love to see this study, but maybe this was a real study, but if it was, you know full well, they went to the Bible Belt in America.
Oh, yeah.
And like ask straight men there what they think.
He said there as well, he said, oh, when will young people have enough? And it's like, the young people aren't the ones getting pissed off with this. It's the gammons. It's the old
gammons.
People. The fact that you said that at the very beginning just shows your IQ is minus 100.
I'm already sick of this, and we've only watched one.
Well... Point of view, you're known for turning lesbians straight.
No, you're not, no.
Lesbians, would you look at this thing and go, oh yeah, I now lust for the schlong.
Mary loves dick.
Like, what? What's also like, look at it, look, what's this? Look at his nails. Like, why do you think a woman wants you to put that inside her? Have you never heard of the lesbian manicure, sis? Like, what? And then this comment, he thought he ate this.
I really, really did.
Oh, it's so...
This made me more lesbian.
Oh, it's so cringe. Oh, God. What does he want to say? Are we ready for this man?
So, got into a debate on Facebook today. Well, yesterday.
It's not a way to start a sentence.
Is when it started. And, I just gotta say, if you are in favor of allowing children to either surgically or chemically alter their bodies.
We're not. We're literally not. We never have been. I don't know how many fucking more times we have to say this.
The thing is, we obviously I can't talk about the laws around the entire world, but like as someone who has many trans friends in the UK, and I've known the process of what they've had to go through to even just get like hormones or like blockers and things. They think that you just literally walk into a room and go, I'm trans, oh here's surgery, let's do all this to you, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've gone from A to B in the second and that's it.
Yeah, like they have no idea how difficult it is. And I just want to say, like, as well, like I am sick of having these debates, because you know what? This gentleman here, and I'm going to include myself in this, neither me or him should be the people really having these debates. How about we leave these conversations up to the doctors?
You're a mess, woman.
They've rotted my brain.
Bigotry rots the brain, girl. It's like airborne diseases now. It's like coming in.
But how about we should leave these conversations to the doctors and the biologists and the people who fucking know and understand this shit, because I'm tired of having these debates, because we're not the educated people. And you certainly aren't, sir.
I don't know, Callum. I think he looks very educated. It takes about an hour just to say that one little sentence.
Well, for heaven's sake, get on with it!
This is taking years off my life.
Or to allow to transition into who they feel like they are, or brought up to think who they are. We can't.
What's happened? Why can he?
No.
Imagine having dinner with this man.
I would rather have Wolverine fist me.
Jesus Christ.
It took.
He said like 10 words in a minute.
How long was that fight going on for? Jesus Christ. He's like, I just had a fight on Facebook. It happened like 4 years ago, and he's only just now thinking about it. Like, what? What? Stupid.
He took so long to say it that by the time he reached the end of the sentence, I'd forgotten
What he had already said at the beginning. It was like, no. Oh, stupid.
Hi, LGBTQ. I'm gay, so let me just say something real quick. You're preaching diversity, right? It's not just what you claim to be diverse that is acceptable. You should accept everyone that is different, right? Okay, so stop attacking Christians and stop assuming that all Christians are just homophobic.
Well, we don't do that.
Listen, you can still not believe in same-sex marriage, and not be homophobic. I can love someone all I want and not believe in their lifestyle. Because for me, I personally wouldn't want that. Heck, I'm a gay guy, and although I love that I can get married to another guy, the gay community is too busy on Grindr, threesomes, open relationships, and cheating on their husbands or wives.
Oh, because straight people
it's so
never
normal
cheat
to
on their
do this
husbands.
in the gay world. So, like, why do you care so much whether someone approves of your marriage or not when you don't approve of it yourself?
What? Your point doesn't make any sense, sir.
So he's saying don't put it on other people or don't do this, but I'm so happy that I'm able to get married to a man. Like, what?
He contradicts himself so, like, I've got whiplash, right?
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
And it's when people, you know, they set up their tripod and their phone and they really come and think they're really about to say something that matters, and then come out with this absolute tripe.
I don't understand I don't understand what he was trying to, like, what?
Like, and as well, I hate this idea that, like, right-wing people come out with all the time, is that, like, LGBT plus people don't support religion in any way, shape or form. Like, we support religious freedom.
I don't give a shit what you believe
in. We don't care. Like, do what you want.
And the thing is, as well, him saying, like, oh, they don't have to support your lifestyle. It's like, we're not talking about, I don't know, an item of clothing. Like, if, I don't know, there's many things. Like, Callum doesn't like piercings, for example. I've got loads of piercings all in my ears. Do I think he hates me?
Wait, I get a piercing. we pierce my ear.
Yeah.
Running a blade.
That's like something that I do. Am I offended or upset because people don't like piercings or tattoos? Absolutely not. I don't give a shit. But you can't say to someone, your existence and who you are as a being, I don't agree with, and then go, oh, you just have to accept it, that's my opinion. So I don't know what this pick-me-gay thinks he's doing, but it ain't working, sis, because he's fighting for a load of people that think he's fucking disgusting. Like, I don't, how, if you can sit there and go, well, these people don't like me as a person and what I actually stand for internally as a human being, and you're happy with that, I feel sorry for you.
It's like Twinks for Trump all over again. Do you remember Twinks for Trump?
I'd rather not remember it. But it's so stupid. You cannot use that argument when it comes to people, like someone's actual self. You can say you don't like items of clothing or something like that and be like, okay, well, that's not, but...
Like, it's not to my taste. Like, that's
Exactly.
fine. But you can't be like, your existence isn't to my taste.
Exactly, like it's so stupid. I hate pick-me's are the worst type of people. Like, it's because it's not only like offensive, it's actually really sad.
It's sad. It's
Like,
pathetic.
it's sad.
Like,
Like-
you're begging for crumbs. Like, oh, please accept me. Please accept me as one of
And you'll be the first for the chopping block, bitch.
What are your thoughts on bigger topics like homophobic rhetoric?
We're not homophobic, but there are things that if you were practicing that lifestyle, you couldn't be baptised because you're not living the standard of morality that we would expect. But there are gay men.
I mean, I say this quite often when it comes to them talking about morality, and I've said this a few times in videos, but I will say it and say it and say it until my face is rotting off. You are saying this, assuming that what we're doing now is the height of morality. 100, 200 years ago, what they thought was right and wrong was obscene to what we think now. But to them, they thought they were the height of morality. And then 100 years back, people used to just get executed on the street, hanging on the street. They'd be like beaten, like the amount of torture that used to happen, like in the medieval times. Like people were so brutally like disemboweled, like on the street, and they all thought this was like the height of morality. We're doing this because this person is a sinner, this person is against the king, all this stuff. So I don't know how we're still preaching things like, oh, this is not the height of, like, this is what morality of us, whatever. We are constantly evolve and change, and that in 100 years time they're going to look back at you and go, what the f are they doing?
I just don't even understand how you can take that mental leap to say that like homosexuality, etc., or being trans is like immoral anyway. Like it doesn't make any difference to you or your life in any way, shape, or form.
So if you're a Mormon and you're a gay man, if you were to be married, would it be okay to go on and have sex?
No, still not.
We don't recognise marriage between same-sex couples.
I suppose for me that feels like quite a Stone Age mentality. And I think on the one hand the church says you love, you don't judge, but actually we sort of do judge a little bit if you're gay.
They keep saying we're not homophobic and then saying homophobic things.
It's an eternal principle.
Like, he made us, however, to be who we are. Why would he make gay people and say, but you can't really be gay?
Oh, so I guess
Is he their son?
I'm assuming that's a son.
I'm just always like, I know I shouldn't be shocked because we see so much like queerphobic stuff like on a regular basis, but I am just shocked when I see like young parents like this still peddling this nonsense. Come on, are we really doing this?
How many Mormons watching me? Probably not.
No, of course you don't. They wouldn't be allowed to watch you.
Secret sissies.
This is my testimony of how I found out homosexuality is a sin and how I was convicted of it, because I was really
convicted
is a sin, and how I was convicted of it because
convicted
I was really confused.
She was found gay in a court of law.
I sentence you to death.
What?
I used to deal with same-sex attraction before I gave my life to the Lord, and by his grace, like honestly, I don't have any of that anymore.
Liar.
I cried out to God. I was like, God, why is this even a sin? Because it doesn't hurt anybody. So why is it a sin? I had seen that it was a sin in the Bible. I had looked up all of the translations, but I didn't understand. And so I cried out to God. I was like, what gives, man? So I found out that sin is not about hurting other people.
Well, what's the point
Sin
then?
is about hurting yourself. And that everything
How does it hurt
that's a
yourself?
sin is because it hurts your spiritual man. It hurts you spiritually.
How?
And there are spiritual ramifications for those decisions
What
that
spiritual
God
ramifications?
Do we look hurt to you? We look like we're wonderful. I'm living my best life, babes.
Like it's like she almost grasped it and then it just like slipped through her fingers right at the end.
Because what's funny is at the beginning, she was like, what she was saying was like pro-gay and anti.
Yeah, it's like, oh
Bible.
yeah, this is correct. She's like, oh no, sin isn't about hurting other people. It's about this made-up thing in the sky.
Shut your hole, bitch!
He wants to save you from. He wants to save you from yourself. He's trying to save you. It's not about...
Why would God create a load of people who need saving from themselves? Why would you not create them who don't need saving? Like, if everyone's made in God's image, why would suddenly all these people be wrong and need to be changed? That surely goes against what you believe, doesn't it?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
It all began when I was watching a John Ramirez testimony. And John Ramirez, he used to be a warlock before he gave his life to Christ. So he would astral project into people's houses.
Like
and he would put demons into people.
Wait, a warlock?
Wasn't John Ramirez a serial killer?
But did she say warlock?
She did say a warlock. She did say a warlock.
And I remember I watched this for the first time and my whole worldview shattered. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, things are, like, it's a demon? Like, I couldn't believe it. And yo, I'm not demonizing it. I've had many demons cast out of me, okay? So I know what it's like to have a demon. Like, I guarantee you. But I found out it was a demon and I was like, oh my gosh, everything in my mind changed. And when I found out that sexual trauma is a big door to demonic entities entering you, and the sheer number of people in the gay community that have dealt with sexual trauma in their lifetime,
so is a lot of
it's very
straight
concerning.
people. Like,
and my heart really, really cries out because, I mean, like, honestly, like, gay, LGBTQ aside, sexual trauma is so much on your
I
spirit,
wanted
and, like,
to
my heart
kiss
began to-
my classmates when I was like 7 years old. I wanted to kiss the boys in my class so badly. I did not have any sexual trauma.
It's because you weren't a warlock.
That came later.
I don't want to listen to what the rest of this stupid woman has to say.
Do you support trans rights?
Do I support it?
Yeah.
Why would I want to support one over another?
Well, because trans rights matter.
Oh yeah, and so does homophobia.
What does that even... What?
What? Okay. What?
What does that
okay,
even
first, like, homophobia, nothing to do with trans people.
rights?
Like, that's
Do I
stupid.
support it?
But also, like...
Why would I want to support one over another?
One over... Who's
so
saying
is
that you can't...
homophobia? Homophobia is important.
Right, so there's 2 points I want to make here, right? You think, why do I want to support one over the other? You can support more than one cause. I don't understand, like, what you... like.
He's saying, why should I support trans rights over transphobia?
Oh, I see.
He's saying they're both valid, but then he says homophobia, which just confuses the whole thing because obviously lack of brain cells.
Oh.
I want to know what his lovely friend there has to say.
Oh, she's...
I'm going to assume it might be his wife.
Yeah, oh, maybe sister?
Emphasis on cis.
Oh, don't, no, get very upset. No,
Don't
stop
call
it.
me cis.
No,
That's a slur.
I'll tell Candace on you.
He's like, I won't date trans people. How dare you call my wife cis? Stupid. Stupid.
Well, I mean, he looked exactly the way you expect a transphobe, homophobe to look.
Yeah.
You could expect him to I'm surprised he's not wearing a MAGA hat.
I don't... We're wearing the same socks, though, and this upsets me.
Oh. Like father, like son. The apple never rots far from the...
Y'all, this picture right here that I found on Instagram from one of the people that I follow is probably one of the most realist photos I have ever seen in regards to this community. Now, as y'all know, the God of this world has blinded the eyes of this particular
Welcome
community.
to Satan's artillery.
And if God would only open their eyes
Atelier.
for 5 seconds for them to see what's going on in the spiritual world.
I'm obsessed with this. I want this. I want this on my wall.
This is going to be my back tattoo.
Yeah.
The Satan.
It's just so preposterous. So preposterous.
I love that these people just like create fake imagery, like just write anything. This is the best representative I've ever seen.
Honestly, he's being so serious about it. A gay person probably made this fucking picture.
Yeah. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in Jesus. But like, I like the imagery of the devil because he wanted like free will and people to make their own rights. The reason he was cast out by God was because he wanted people to have a choice of what they did, and God was like, no, hell. Like,
honestly, it's the most absurd thing. Like, if you actually like read those stories, it's like, it really is like, well, hang on a minute. God is clearly the bad guy.
Absolutely.
And this is your own teachings. Like, I'm reading what you're giving me, and I'm coming to the conclusion that the devil is the good guy.
Absolutely.
If he was real, which he's not.
On a recent episode, I think it was Simpsons, there was a joke in hell where like people go to hell and there's an announcement going like, now arriving, people from heaven where it used to be okay. And it was like people came with like witch trial things of like murders. And then all of a sudden it was like, now leaving for heaven, crimes that are now no longer crimes in today's society. And it was like gay people and like, oh, just like anything.
All aboard for those damned for being gay between 5000 BC, now arriving. Former residents of heaven who are now considered bad by today's standards.
I'll put a clip in so you can see, but it was really funny. I was like, isn't that the realest thing ever? Because again, it goes back to the whole thing about morality. It's just because what you think now is right doesn't mean it actually is. And in the future, people are going to look back at you and go, I can't believe these fucking morons on the internet drew pictures of Satan and went, "This is the gay community."
Well, they're like nice and puffy, aren't they?
I want to go to Satan's atelier. I want to make me some nice assless chow.
Oh!
A little speeder.
Squat for Satan.
Yeah.
Satan loves a good peach.
Satan
Loves to get rolled on the last supper table.
Have I changed it now forever?
Yeah, Satan.
Satan loves a good
Oh,
peach.
get me upset. I had someone say, I was wearing I forgot to put it on today, but I was wearing my pendant that has like Baphomet on it. And if someone commented, I love your videos, but I cannot watch this one. That's Satan. Did you know that what Satan means? And they were like, unsubscribed.
Well, Baphomet comes from like pagan anyway, doesn't it? Which is like a completely separate religion. Completely separate set of beliefs. So
they were really upset that I was wearing a Baphomet necklace, and they were like, "I'm leaving. Can't believe you do this."
Then die.
Are they confused about who they subscribe to?
I know. This is actually a photo of me.
You are Satan.
I mean, you're hardly a wholesome channel.
I know, no,
wholesome Christian values.
No. So this is Welcome to America of 2022, where the government only cares about you if you're gay or illegal.
What do you mean illegal?
Well, you know
Do
what
they mean undocumented migrants?
they're trying to be offensive. From
Well, hang on, she's
September.
a lesbian.
Is she a lesbian?
What? No, but
wait, no, I don't think she's. Where did you see she's a lesbian?
The show is cancelled!
Isn't it funny, because this is September 2022 that this was made, and the difference in what's happened in 2023 in America, the amount of like anti-LGBT laws that have tried to come in, some have passed, some haven't. Like, they only care about you if you're gay, yet here they are trying to make it incredibly difficult in America for you to live as a queer person.
Yeah, like it's over 500 bills have been anti-LGBT bills have been introduced this year alone, and I've not actually looked at that number in a while.
No, yeah, I'm sure.
It was over 500 bills on the 4th of July, and we're many months on from then now, so I don't even know how bad it's gotten. Just come out, sis.
What is this bizarre flag she's got behind her, though?
Oh, it's
like
probably the like guns and.
Because look, it's like stars and stripes, but it has like red and green and something else. Live your best life, lesbian Betty. We're gonna call her lesbian Betty.
What's that? What did you call me?
Bro
Rainbow Stairs.
decided to walk straight.
I want to. What? No.
This has to be trolling, surely. They're much. This has to be a troll.
No, because you know full well that they would do this. Where is this stairs though?
I don't know.
Go to this
I want to go to this.
I want to go. Oh, honestly, I hope he gets bitten by a snake.
I can't imagine how long it would have taken to paint all those stairs, though. Look, it looks like this is like the term "Stairway to Hell," girls. Like,
it would have taken a while.
Yeah.
But do remember, like, the rainbow is for Noah's Ark.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I don't know why you're not walking up this, because this
up Noah's
means
rainbow.
he won't flood you to death.
Stupid.
Dumbass.
These people need help.
You can't save them. So this is straight flags. This is the official straight flag. Why is it in a K-pop video? So just a black and white stripe.
There's too much going on here. Is that looks like the Pornhub logo at the bottom.
Do you remember that was the super straight thing we reacted to ages ago? That was a super flag. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And that was their flag. I'm super straight because I only like biological women.
I lost brain cells.
You
watching
did.
That video. Okay, so this is the official straight flag. It's just black and white stripes. This is the LGBTQ supporter straight flag. They aren't true straights, so they are invalid.
What?
This is also the official straight flag. This one is mostly used though. What I don't understand is, why do you want to make a straight flag and just put grey?
It's offensive to you.
Like you're really, really just insulting your own community. I mean, straight people, is that a community? I don't think that's a community.
More like a plague.
More like. And then this is the super straight flag. They're the best heteros of the community because they don't date trans people. Disgusting.
But we
absolutely disgusting.
Use it the grinder colours.
Poof. Can I just?
Oh God! What does Blair White have to?
I consider trans women to be a category of men, not a category of women. That is my opinion as a trans woman myself. So don't you dare tell me I can't have my opinion.
I feel so sorry for her.
I'm not even going to say what else she says.
Sorry for her.
It's got to a stage now where she's become so much of a pick-me that she's now calling herself a type of man.
Calling herself a type of man.
The woman's demented.
Like I actually find it upsetting. Like, even though I hate everything she stands for. Hearing any trans woman refer to themselves as a type of man it's so disheartening and so upsetting.
I knew that she was obviously going down like the right-wing rabbit hole a long time ago. She's always been like conservative, Republican on the internet, whatever. Over the years that I've seen and watched her, because I used to watch her like properly back in 10 years ago or something, and then to watch her like decline into the rabbit hole even further. First of all, because I remember a few years ago, I don't know if I talked to you about it, but she was on a live stream podcast thing with like some other Republicans being like, this is the face of the Republican Party, and one of the women in the chat was going, I don't know why we have this man in here, and then was calling Blair a man and a paedophile, being like, you predators,
and she wants to be a part of that.
And Blair was literally there going, I'm not like that though. I'm not like the rest of them. And she wasn't defending herself. She wasn't saying what you're saying is wrong. She was like, no, and like that was already shocking. But now to a stage where like she's calling herself a man. Like it's really the way that she's gone even further. Like it's really weird now. Same as Ollie London doing all the stuff that he does. It has more of an impact towards trans and LGBT people because they're part of the community. Yeah. So it does.
She would pull up the ladder behind her.
Yeah, absolutely.
She would absolutely be like, the rest of you, I'm up. See you later.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, are you a fucking f***it? Oh my god, get out of here, you fucking f***it. This is the worst month of the year.
Do they not?
Stupid.
Let me talk.
Let me talk. If I saw you in the street, I'd go out of my way to fucking trip you. Beat the absolute bricks out of you. Alright, go ahead. You can talk.
People are so bold.
That's so horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, look.
There's no way that's a woman. Is that a woman? I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna rip those 2 flags off your wall. Dude, I will put a slug in your chest. Hey, what's your bag, shawty? You know that you're pointing that at your webcam, right? Yeah, I do.
It's so scary to see like how bold a lot of these people are becoming. Like that's really shocking.
Yeah, I was just saying about like those young parents, and now you've got like these 19-year-olds.
Yes, I'm homophobic. What are you going to do about it? Bark at me.
I don't know why are people making homophobia their identity now? And what is this dirt bike? What are you showing me? Your sad life? Like I don't.
You didn't need to write this. You could just be like, oh, this is my dirt bike. But
Literally.
You've gone out of your way to write something
literally.
Horrible.
Stupid. Oh god, I hate people. I really do.
So this is someone. Is this a school?
He's just assaulting somebody just because they're wearing a rainbow flag cape.
I find it obscene that like they think that this is like a justifiable thing to do. Like if seeing someone sitting and they've just got a rainbow flag over them and they're just sitting at a date table, not doing, they're just eating their lunch, whatever, like a canteen. If you are filled with so much rage that someone over the other side of the room is wearing a pride flag and not even doing anything that's like obnoxious, and you still have that reaction, like, ill, unwell.
I beg your pardon, are you ill?
It's like people are really, really starting to see the pride flag as like an affront to them and their identity
Yes.
now, and I don't know how we've ended up in this place because like it's actually a really, really scary place to be. Like I don't think we were here like 10 years ago, maybe not even 5 years ago.
No, absolutely.
But it's almost like the pride flag is now like anti their beliefs, and if they see it, it like automatically makes them angry. It's almost like we're at war now, and it's like, okay, if they see a pride flag, they're gonna tear it down, and if we see their like guns and abortions flag or whatever the hell that is, like we're gonna tear that down.
Yeah, look, they're just like in a, I think it looks like a canteen, and this person just literally just pegs it over to them and then like takes it off them. It's really strange. And this person's laughing in the front. Obscene.
Yeah, awful.
Obscene.
She probably claims to be an ally on Instagram.
I mean, if that's not the real tea, then I don't know what is.
Do your friends know this?
Someone comes out as gay to
But
her
you
parents and
have
gets
white
disowned. Oh,
girls.
wonderful.
I was just acting.
You don't act gay.
I know. That don't change nothing.
Is it something, is about internet, TV, or website?
No, this is just me. It's just me.
How are parents
So
still
what
acting
happened
like
that
this?
you had to say today?
Cause it's just, it's been too long. I just got to it.
Like, this is so, like, I never, ever would have expected this. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, good, anything like that, but I never would have expected this from you. You don't present that way. You don't, I mean, nothing. There's no warning. If he gets married, it's going to be to a guy, and I'm not going to...
This is why we really need to like move away from this, like there's no one type of being gay, because these parents are absolutely like shocked and appalled and horrified that their son who is straight acting is gay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're damaging ourselves by perpetuating these stereotypes.
Absolutely.
Like, people need to, like, those parents shouldn't have that, like, shocked reaction. They should understand that anybody can be queer no matter how they behave. But I know the video cuts off there, but I'm assuming they're going on to not accept their child.
Yeah, I don't know why it cuts off how it does then. But what I find interesting is she says then, with her reaction, is like, I'm not saying it's any good or bad. And it's like, well, by your reaction that you've just had, you're showing that you're not happy with the, like, if you were, even if it was like, oh, I wasn't expecting it, you'd be like, oh, okay, wonderful. But the thing is, well, like, is it something you saw on TV, on internet sites? Like, I don't understand how people still think that people are gay because they've watched a video.
It's so preposterous. It's so, I don't know why they don't go in their head. Oh, if I saw somebody gay, would I suddenly become gay? No, of course you wouldn't. How much longer are we going to have this nonsense for?
Yeah.
We're on Gen Alpha now.
Oh, don't say slay.
Oh, wait, what was it again? I'm a vanilla girl.
Vanilla, yeah.
I'm a vanilla girl.
And don't use a laughing emoji.
Oh, yeah, no.
I get a lot of hate about calling myself a girl and not a woman. And because, you know, that term, they think I'm infantilizing myself, or that, you know, once you turn 18, you're no longer a girl. And I'm like, what about tell that to the Spice Girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Besides the fact that these are two men talking about femininity.
We're not stand for this.
Can you imagine coming on to a video in a bulletproof vest? Like, that's just
he's wearing. Oh, these people need to get a grip.
It's just cringe.
These people need to get a grip.
They think they're so, like, hard.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
I just...
With an anime pillow behind him.
He probably yeah, he probably puts a hole in it and f***s it. Jesus Christ. Wait a second. Like, I just don't... And I know they're saying it to be antagonistic, but, like, I just don't understand how you can look at Dylan there, sitting there in her makeup, looking beautiful in her dress, and then just I'm not even gonna say it, and then say what he just said about her. I just don't understand. I truly don't understand.
It's because they're attracted to her, and they don't want to accept that maybe they're attracted to a trans woman, and so they have to say things like that in order to kind of, like, change their brain to be like, no, that's why I can't find this person attractive, because that's a like. But in reality, that's the reason why a lot of these men like this have such adverse reactions, is because they can't handle that maybe their self of, like, identity and sexuality or whatever they're interested in might be different.
Yeah.
And it's for them, it's like an attack on them. I'm not going to listen to what else going. What I find interesting,
I love that we keep just being like, no, we're not listening to that. Goodbye.
What's interesting is this is actually a big thing, that what Dylan said at the beginning about referring to herself as a girl or a woman or whatever. It's like, I find it very interesting when transphobes will be like, you were born a man or you were born a woman.
Born a man.
When I've never in my life looked at a baby and gone, that's a man. I think, no, that is like an infant child.
Yeah.
Like, you would never say it about anything else, but when it comes to trans people, all of a sudden you're like, no, that's a man. A man is a fully grown adult. Like, I don't think when I think of a man, I don't think of a baby.
It really annoys me, and I hate it when, like, this is something I've heard a lot used against trans people, trans women especially. I refer to myself as a boy. I'm 33. I'm technically not a boy. I still use that language. I still talk about dating boys. Obviously, I'm not talking about dating children. You know, I still use this language. I don't think... And like Dylan said, f***ing Spice Girls. Christ.
And that's the thing. Whenever I hear about, like, say, like, group of, like, women or whatever doing things, I never hear them say that, I'm out with my women. It's always, I'm out with the girls.
I'm out with my girls.
I'm out with my girls. I've got my girlfriend. You don't say woman friend.
Well, that's such a good point, actually. Girlfriend, boyfriend.
But... This man tried to beat me up for being trans. Oh, God. Disgusting. Oh. See, it is exactly what I said earlier on. It is exactly what I said earlier on.
He was attracted to her, realised she was trans, freaked the fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah, because stunning. Beautiful. That's all it is. This disgusting person. Oh, damn!
My guess is as well, just from the way he's behaving, is that he was probably sexually harassing her, and then realised she was. I do not think she was in any way interested in all of this, because who would be? Let's be honest.
I'm not gagging.
I think that's what happened. Prick.
Ask you guys a question.
We have no jump float.
Can you explain to me what human rights don't you have?
Australian
Human rights
they don't have.
Human rights. What is it that you're asking for because no one has ever answered why human rights don't.
I can't really hear what they're saying.
You're a female.
It's hard to kind of understand what's going on, but so there's a lawyer asking these people what rights don't you have as trans people, and she's saying she's not getting an answer. But what I find interesting about this discussion when it comes to people saying that, about even when it comes to gay people, like, because people used to talk about conservatives being like, oh, conservatives leave like gay marriage, whatever we want, and it's like, but the fact that you have to react like that when you see trans people shows that there's still progress that needs to be done.
You're proving your own point.
Yes.
Even, I mean, there are so many rights that trans people don't have around the world.
Yes.
But even if that wasn't true, even if, let's say, they were, in terms of legal rights, that there was an equal playing field for everybody, you are still proving the point and the need for demonstrations like this.
Let's just be honest about the situation. When Posie Parker went to Australia and had her like turf rally and was basically in the streets just demonizing trans people, they had Nazis with them in a line. And so you're telling me that trans people don't have any difficulties or no rights taken away, whatever, but yet literally Nazis come out to support the turfs who are then there to demonize trans people.
Putin supported J.K. Rowling. Like, did she not go...
When a dictator says that...
Maybe I'm incorrect.
But I still think that it's a point to be made that people focus a lot when it comes to like this on rights. And it's like, it's not just about rights. It's about humans' reactions to us even existing. So even if we had all the rights in the world, if you still act like this when you see trans people, all of a sudden you have to suddenly like, oh my God, what?
I would also like to point out, and like I couldn't quite hear what was being said here because it is quite hard to hear what they're saying. But this video here says that the Australian lawyer asks the trans activist what rights they don't have. She gets no answer. What I actually understood happens there, if you listen very carefully, is that they do answer her, and then she turns around and basically says that like trans women aren't biological women. So they're saying, oh, well, we don't have access to certain services. I'm not sure exactly what was said. And she's turned around and gone, well, yeah, but they're not biological women, so that's not a breach of their rights. And it's like, well, it is. And you are proving it. You're answering your own question. And I hate, there's always shit like this. They get no answer. It's like, no, they're answered repeatedly and you don't accept the answer.
If your country as well has wonderful rights, that doesn't suddenly make it okay. Like, it's still like, well, there's more than just your country. And to show solidarity and support for the trans community or queer community, whatever, shows a message to the world and not just where you immediately are, which is also really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
The designer's name is Eric Carnell.
Lovely.
And yes, he is the person that is
Satan
behind
respects
all
pronouns.
of the Pride items that are featured on Target's website. He sells his own merchandise with aggressive messaging, attacking all of his critics. He sells pins with the phrases, heteronormativity is a plague. That's
I want it.
You are heteronormative, then he wants you to know that you are a plague. He also sells pins that read, burn down the cis-tem. Get that? Funny, cisgender, you.
She's framing this as if these are attacks on cis people and on straight people. But if you actually look at what he's saying there, he's not saying the first one wasn't heterosexuals are a plague. He said heteronormativity is a plague. Those are very different things, and it's the same with the second thing. Saying burn down the system is saying this world we live in where cis is the norm and like anybody who's not cis is invalid, that is taking down the system. We're not actually saying heterosexuals are a plague or burn down cis people. We're talking about the systems themselves. So this isn't aggressive language. If you think this is aggressive language, it's because you're a homophobe.
I feel like you should flip this for that.
Okay.
Gonna give it your best shot. There we go, and that's the Darjeeling.
That's the Darjeeling.
I should have given you a fan, sorry.
That's also featured on his website are homophobe headrests with an image of a guillotine. He explained in an Instagram post that Satan to him represents passion, pride, and liberty, and loves all LGBT plus people.
I want it. I can't watch this awful woman.
Goodness. Wow.
God, good old Candace Owens. Where do we get these pins? Amazing. Satan respects pronouns. The funny thing is actually like people like this who've made these t-shirts and stuff, and people like the Church of Satan, like I don't understand how people like Candace Owens, all these right wingers, don't realize that like we don't actually believe in Satan. Well, just
I do.
Oh, you do. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Satan. Yeah,
I love getting raw dog by Satan. Oh, Satan loves a good peach.
Oh,
Spot for Satan.
Spot for Satan. Oh.
Let's start the segment by checking in on Bud Light ambassador Dylan Mulvaney.
They're obsessed.
They're obsessed with her.
I live for the gays. I live for the gays. I live for them. I live for the gays. The gays, the gays, the gays. The guys, the gays, the gays make me happy. I don't
feel like I know where
wanna live for anyone else.
And now they're gonna say, claim that she's unhinged, that she's unwell.
Do you have a comment?
This poor person is so sick.
She's having fun. I know you have never done this, Ethel, but some people like to have fun. Like, for sake, she's just fucking around on TikTok or Instagram or wherever she's posted this. Like,
I can't believe that after all this time, again, this isn't that long ago, the fact that after all this time, they're still this obsessed with her after all this time. But also, what Dylan is doing is really no different than any other like Gen Z on TikTok. She's doing the exact
just,
same
dancing
thing.
around and having fun.
This is literally everything that people do on TikTok, do stupid things like that. Is it my cup of tea? No. But like, so the what? They act as if like what she's doing is like 10 times worse than everyone else. And it's just because she's trans. And they're using any excuse to be like, oh, look at this weirdo. Yeah, it's like
saying she's unwell because she's having a bit of fun.
Like,
and she's being satirical as well. Her little like gay, like that's satire, which you probably can't comprehend.
No.
Explosion.
Shut up, bitch! Are you homophobic? Do you not like being around gay people?
I respect every type of people out there, but I'm just like, if you're gonna impose your lifestyle on me, that's where I draw the line. Like,
okay, but what does that mean? Because like
mean?
Potentially there's a valid statement, but I feel like no.
Impose your beliefs and your family dynamics and all that on the way that I live, then you can miss me with that shit.
But again, like, how are we imposing it upon you? Like,
just existing.
Nobody's forcing you to be in any way a part of this. Nobody's even forcing you to be like my friend or in my life or anything to do with that. So how am I imposing it on you? Like, if I was in some way coming into his life and being like, oh no, actually you need to hang a rainbow flag on your house, like, then we are imposing, and I would agree with what he's saying. But how are we imposing? This is what they say all the time. How are we imposing?
But the thing is what, there's only 10 seconds after this, but I doubt he's even going to answer. It's a very skirty round as well. It's never actually answering fully.
I'm curious, because, like, how was your experience going to the WeHo clubs? Like, wait, why do you ask that, though? Because he had to.
I just didn't feel comfortable interviewing people, like, interviewing the people at the WeHo clubs.
He's homophobic.
So essentially, I don't feel comfortable even being near them.
Yeah.
So it's not even, I don't know what this again, I don't know what the context around this completely was, but like, if you're going to say you're like, don't even want to talk to people in an interview, I'm guessing this is a podcast that they always do in the interview people, whatever. Like, if you don't even want to talk to gay people, that's not them being like imposing their life on you. If you can't even speak to a gay person, then you're homophobic.
Like, there is such a thing as like being out of your depth. I could understand him being like, okay, I don't know why he was. It sounds like he was working in WeHo doing interviews or something. If you're there and you're like, gosh, I've never been in like a queer space before, and there's a drag queen over here, and there's a stripper over here, and there's this over here, and this over this, and it's a bit overwhelming, and I feel a bit out of my depth, and also maybe I'm not like educated fully on like the best language to use, the most inclusive language, and I'm worried about offending somebody. That's one thing. Like, being out of your depth is one thing, but just being uncomfortable because you're around queer people, then that is homophobic.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, weird. I wish we kind of knew a bit more context of this. What's this? Oh, Jesus Christ! What is this? No, what is... Ooh, hideous.
What's going on here?
What's happening? That's that Gays Against...
Why are we watching a Facebook slideshow?
Gays Against Groomers logo.
What's happening? What's going on?
Groom dogs, not kids.
What are you trying to say?
Leave
the kids alone. Stop the war on children. There is no hardware to fix. These signs are confusing.
Wait.
You need to workshop this.
What?
You need to sit down and collate your thoughts.
Can I like go through it myself? I forget that TikTok has this like slideshow. Make children safe again. Why don't you get rid of guns then?
As you put this sign in your child's hand, and then put them on the internet holding up this sign,
and then go leave kids out of it.
your younger children are there too, who are much younger, and you should not be forcing this upon them.
Absolutely.
So now who's grooming children?
Leave the kids alone, but I can do it.
Honestly.
Leave the kids alone, but I'll do it. Drag is not...
Their signs are all over the place.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Pick a course.
Yeah, but I think because they think drag queens are the entirety of the LGBT spectrum and that they represent everything gay. Like they think gays and trans and bi and all that, they think it's one thing.
Yeah.
So there's things here about drag queens, but there's also like things about other like keep kids safe. Like why are drag queens a danger?
Oh, honestly. How many drag queens have molested children? Do you want to know?
How many priests? Let's see that instead.
0 versus thousands.
There is no hardware fix to a software problem.
He's talking about trans identities, but wow, that's a stretch.
What?
That is a stretch. That is a
What?
stretch. That is a stretch.
You guys Americans? You guys here to spread sodomy or what?
What? Wait, what?
Isn't that what America's #1 export is?
Sodomy?
Keep Poland white, okay?
Oh, we surprised they're racist as well.
Stay away from those white women. Hey, show us what a tough guy you are. Yeah, you're in a white country now. We don't worship
I'm really confused what just happened.
So they're working, they're at work. I don't know what the situation is, but they're obviously stationed in Poland at base. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like they're at work. They can't react really to this person that's harassing them. And you see there when they start throwing racist abuse, like the black guy has a moment of like, am I gonna react?
Am I gonna
And he
react?
doesn't,
Yeah.
And his friends there like supports him, which is good. Are we? I don't want to generalize Poland, but it doesn't have a reputation of being the most accepting place in the world.
No, and I don't understand what the whole of, are you here to spread sodomy because that's America's #1 export?
Because they're seeing America now as being like the land of the gays, but also like that. It's so interesting to me because that isn't how I perceive America.
No.
At all.
No.
I actually perceive America as like the where the worst homophobes are.
Yeah.
And I know there are countries out there in the world where they literally have like 20-year prison sentences and the death penalty and things. And yet all of this like outright militant homophobia that I see is actually coming out of America.
Yeah.
So where this idea is coming from is actually quite preposterous.
Bizarre.
To me.
Really bizarre. I love a good bit of sodomy. Well, guys, we are well and truly aboard that trigger train. Choo-choo's being done the railway, about to crash off a cliff and plunge to our death. Bye!
Ah, it's sexy time.
You're supposed to come down with me. Bye! And we're back just like Jesus Christ. Oh, squat for Jesus. Oh, Jesus loved a good peach. Oh, Jesus loved to get raw dogged on the last summer table. Oh, Jesus loved to go to Satan's atelier. Oh.
Jesus always been going to Satan's atelier.
But this is a new thing now. Satan's atelier is taking over.
Welcome to Satan's atelier.
This is the best section of the community. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much to Calum for being back. It's nice to have you back.
Exhausting.
My like cheekbones hurt from laughing from that last little bit. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up, and we will see. Well, hopefully you can be back again soon.
Yes.
He's like, no, I can only handle one a year.
Honestly, it takes the life out of me.
Especially because now my videos are longer, so you've got to sit for it for a lot longer than it was before.
That's okay.
Our last video was like 20 minutes.
I don't mind that much.
Anyway, yes. Please hit like. Oh, yeah, sorry, I said it already. Be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch out there say that you can't be you. Why is that? Because you need to go to Satan's atelier.
Because you need to go to Satan's atelier.
Yeah. Oh.